Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7. Live on hot1025fm.com.
Well, here we are.
You don't get none.
It's Thursday. And there we are.
What it do?
Welcome to another edition of Thursdays. Let's get it together on Hot 702.5 FM with your girl, J9.
And Jesse.
And so how we doing today?
Doing good.
Right now, before my co-hosts go off, we might as well just bring them into the room. As you can see, they're here in the room. And then we will ask how everybody is doing. Uninterrupted.
Thank you.
Undisputed. Undefeated. Right? So welcome, Undefeated
Undrafted
Undrafted
Allstars
Allstars.
podcast show.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Good.
How y'all doing?
We good?
Absolutely.
Big
Absolutely.
And
a.k.a. Sugar Doses the Great, a.k.a. Miss Tell Your Friends About Me, my co-host.
Q Mecca, 2 texts up. We in the building. We about to get it popping. Good topics on relationships,
all right.
men and women. We in the building together. Usually it'd be one
That's right.
gender, and then we agreeing with all each other.
That part.
Now we finna have dialogue that's going to be,
Yes.
you're gonna learn.
The female
I hope so.
and male perspective.
I believe that our show, let me just say this to our listeners. We have not veered away from what we normally speak on.
Right.
We have one benefit of,
Talking shit.
is that what we mean? Okay. One benefit of Let's Get It Together is anything can happen, and we want to talk about it. We want to talk about good food, good health, good living, give you tips on how to get over things in life. We want the soul food piece. And so part of that is companionship and relationships, right?
Right.
Right.
That's what brings us here together today. And so I'm going to jump right on in. Ain't no need because we've had, thank you for all the listeners and participants, everybody who's commented and who's come back behind. So we had to do a part 2. Here we are.
Yes, here we are.
One of the things we wanted to cover right away was situationships. That's what seemed to be pressing on some of the comments that I received, and I don't know if anybody else received any, but
Yes.
seems as though we're not clear as a whole on the situationship. So I'm going to say this. My version of a situationship is actually empowering to women. Because normally men choose and we just kind of follow along. We don't necessarily set parameters. So for me, a situationship is where you can set parameters, where you can say what you want and what you don't want. And at each stage of that relationship, if it progresses, is about that communication about I'm not there yet and I'm not okay with that yet, or I don't want that yet, or I'm done. So that to me is what the situationship. It isn't really a takeaway from a relationship. It just allows each situation as you get to it to make a decision whether you want to go forward and how you want to go forward. So that's me. And let's just move this thing on around. We're going to go to the left. Let's go clockwise.
Hey, well, I agree with you 100%. I don't even have to add anything.
That's absolutely how it is.
It's basically like Suge said. You guys are making agreements, setting parameters on what you want, and everybody has to say so. That's all I got. How you doing? What you think? You looking mighty beautiful.
Thank you.
Stop trying to holler on
Yes,
set.
yes, you are.
I just told her she's beautiful.
Absolutely. I like that.
I agree. I mean, I absolutely agree with you. I mean, I believe it can be empowering for women if they utilize their power in that situation and don't let the man take full control, because, you know, they try that ego. that you guys
We
carry
watched
around
it. We watched it 10 minutes
a lot
ago,
of
if I might
times.
say.
Right.
Did y'all?
Anyway.
A lot of times want to take the
happened
driver's
to you?
seat, even when you shouldn't. So, you got to be, it goes both ways. You both have to set the tone if you want it balanced. But
Right.
usually when it becomes balanced, a lot of times it does turn into more of a relationship.
Once it balances out.
Yeah.
makes
I
sense.
respect that.
That makes sense.
That's
I
what
agree
it's
with that.
supposed to do.
I think that's the goal, right?
That's exactly what it's supposed to do.
It can. It depends.
That's what
So,
it
let
ain't
me-
can't. That's what it's supposed to do.
Give me just a minute. One of the viewers is saying she can't see anyone.
She can't see us.
One of the on Facebook. So I'm going to share it with her personally, but I want to make sure that we are visible to the world.
Right. I don't
You can't see us
anything
either?
I don't see anything either.
I see us, but I think we have paused. Okay, she says she can't. Okay, somebody said they can now. So that's quite a few people
All right, they can see us now.
that are commenting. She said she can see us now.
Right on.
Can you see us now?
So maybe
See
we
us?
all maybe
Looking
I'll
at
just
everybody on IG
refresh.
Live.
I think I see myself over there.
Everybody on here.
Okay, excellent. So was that kind of your wrap up?
Yeah.
Is
Her
there
wrap-up was-
so that brings us to Suge. Let me see what's cracking with your version of situationship.
I explained my version of the situationship last week, and I explained it again because I got a lot of feedback from texts of people, women mainly, that saying it was like a relationship. Like it's basically a relationship. Like I'm saying, no, it's not. Because like this is the difference to me as far as a situationship and a relationship. A relationship is more public. We're together. We going out. We doing things. We taking pictures. We doing all this stuff like this. In a situationship, you getting to know each other, so it's still kind of private. Like she was saying, like both of y'all was saying, actually.
I'm wondering
like,
if you were going where I was about to go.
You start off with a slate. It's a piece of paper. One side, you got one side, you got the other side. Put your rules on it, and agree to that shit.
It's an agreement before
Exactly.
the relationship.
Exactly.
I get it.
It's your agreement. You get to know you better. However your situationship is, it ain't always got to move towards a relationship. It could just be a good friendship between a man and a woman.
Yeah, it could. The outcome doesn't have to be a relationship.
It don't have to be
anything.
exactly.
I get it.
But just
Neither
say-
does it have to be sexual.
Right.
It
right?
doesn't have to be sexual. Whatever you write on that piece of paper, I ain't saying write on a piece of paper, but I'm just saying it's a blank slate.
Situationship doesn't have to be sexual.
No.
Doesn't have
No.
to be.
Well, that's to me.
That's your
It's
step.
just the
You
benefit
take it.
of it because situationships are about situations, right? So when you get there, I might not want to sleep with you the first month or two while we talk about what we're going. Why
Right.
introduce sex when we haven't come to a compromise?
Now you can if you want to.
You
Exactly.
can. Well, see, that's the difference in a relationship and probably situationship.
Yeah,
because situationship allows you to control at ease.
Right.
You shouldn't have to rush into nothing in a
And you
situationship,
shouldn't
in
be
my
in your
opinion.
feelings yet in a
I
situationship.
kind of call that the getting to know you phase.
Same thing.
It's a
Same thing.
situationship.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
To me, I think situationships do encounter a little bit more intimacy.
I would
They
agree
do
with that, too.
Have more intimacy.
You can do it any way you want to.
But that's what it's about, is that you can do it any way you want to. And the reason why,
as long as-
somebody I'm just talking to and say I'm in a situationship with you, like if we start sexing and we still trying to get to know each other, yeah, I might say, yeah, it's a situation. But if I'm just talking
and that's cool.
and we just getting to know each other.
But some people might not want to sex yet until they get to know certain things about
Absolutely.
people. So it's different. So that's still a situationship. It's still, but you're still saying the same thing. It's still getting to know each other,
You're
courting, whatever you want
growing.
to call
What you're
it.
saying, you're
But I
growing
think
in the
sex
situationship. You're
is
growing
involved
in the situationship.
You
To
think so?
go towards the relationship
All the time.
yeah.
Oh, see, that's your thing. It's cool.
Exactly.
So
that's
High five
the
to you.
point.
Hey, I smashing mine too.
High five you.
but the reason why I introduced it doesn't have to be any is so that women understand that
That
you
they
don't
have
have to
the
be under that
option, yeah.
pressure to have sex with the man until you come to some conclusion. Because what happens is, for a lot of females, because of the emotional factor and the connecting factor, you sleep with the man, you want more obligation from him, and you've already set that tone because you've slept with him.
She right.
And now he's like, hold up, let's
You're
back
rushing,
it back
yeah.
up. We're rushing this thing.
yeah.
So the
She's
reason
right.
why, here's situationship definition, is that it allows two individual, and right now we're talking about black love.
Right.
So I'm talking about a black man and a black woman. Let me be clear.
For sure.
We're talking
Black
about
love.
a situation between black love. Two people get together and say, hey, I'm interested. That's where it starts. The flirting, the dating, whatever. And at that point, the conversation starts about what you want and what you don't want. And what I'm saying is, situationship allows you to build a relationship that works for you or get out.
Right.
Right.
If it
Don't drag
work,
that shit on.
it's true.
I still think sex would be involved in this.
It's possible.
I agree with you.
We're not saying
I'm
that
not
you're
saying-
wrong.
No, I'm not-
It's like the courting or that.
But
Yes.
it's not.
But
But
it's a
that's
little
the
bit-
idea of
Getting to know you
situationship. It has changed.
It's like in between
in
the
terms
courting and the
of-
relationship phase.
Yeah.
So, and she said
It's
in your
phases.
building, yes. And you can customize it for your
customize
The way
Customize
you
it.
want to.
Exactly. But like you said, and if it don't work for you, then you get out.
Right.
I mean, it ain't like, yeah.
But here's the deal: if that man has not agreed to where you are physically, again, somebody will get ahead of that thing. The reason for the situationship is so that people can walk together and get there without a whole lot of heartbreak, or I
Right.
gave
Whole
too
lot of
much, I
heartache,
did too
yeah.
much,
I wasted my time all day, yeah.
We've never really had one like that.
I
That's true.
haven't heard of situationships being.
We're
that
defining
clean.
it as we go.
Because
Clean
people
and-
have changed it. Just
Because
what you
what she just
said,
said.
some people use it to get the upper hand. And that's what's been happening. That's why it got a dirty name to it. But people go back to what it really is. You do it all the time. You just don't understand that you're doing it. We just putting a
We
word
just put a
to
name on it. Yeah,
That's it.
that's all. That's true.
Because it's nothing more than a relationship. Two people
It ain't a
relating.
relationship.
And she right. I agree with her. Everything is a relationship.
People relating.
To relating, yep, to each
But
other.
I can appreciate the separation.
It's the pre.
It's not
before
a
you get into the
monogamous relationship.
exclusivity. Yeah, it's the pre before you get into the
Right.
Yes.
exclusivity.
Once you
Exactly.
get
But it's still
into the
relating. You're still relating.
It's still a relationship.
You have.
But yeah, we got it. It's the pre
But
before
it's
you
not
get to
that kind
yeah.
of relationship.
There's now.
And we have to express that.
expectations in a
It's not
relationship.
that kind of
Different
relationship.
expectations.
I get it because
You saying
You
you
gotta
you
build
get
it
it, but
slow.
a lot of people don't get it.
yeah. I agree because you got to build into it.
Yes.
See, a lot of people like to rush into the relationship. Just boom, we here. We in one.
So,
Didn't say no rules. Didn't say nothing.
Miss Kanoy McMillan has joined us again today. Thank you for
What up,
joining
what
us. We
up?
appreciate it. She says appreciate the platform. And so we'll let
Shout out to Boss Lady.
I went to the, okay, so everybody's just saying that they're joining us. But thank you for joining us, everybody that's watching and supporting. So we're talking about situationships. We've got a couple different definitions, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
think we've arrived
My
at the
bad.
idea that we can customize.
Yes.
I think
Yes.
that might be the deal that might be different than any other relationship we've had, is that we customize or we get out.
Right.
So knowing that, what are your deal breakers? And so we already went right to left. Let's go. Left to right. Let's go.
I
right
left
to
my
left.
notes,
Oh Lord.
Well, wing it.
but what I do want to say is,
Right.
it's. I mean, I ain't gonna cut women head off. I know they think I am, but it's not like that.
Don't cut their head
Oh,
off.
don't
it's-
cut their heads off.
It's like
Okay.
it's just a lot of things that y'all want. Q call it delusional, and I call it delusional also. Like
Don't speak for
you
Q.
ain't up. Hold up.
He
A
got his
lot of
own
women
mic.
ain't had a lot in their life, but you want this, right? You know, you want a man to do certain things, and most men don't mind doing certain things for a woman. It's just what is he getting back from it? Like I gotta go into a relationship with somebody with kids, right?
So what's your deal
Right.
breakers?
That's one of them.
Okay.
When you got young kids, you
Kids.
fuck up my
You
face.
talking about kids? That's one
Yeah.
of his deal breakers.
That's a
Be
joke.
specific.
That's a joke.
Oh.
Be specific now. What's the deal breakers?
It depends. I mean, that could be one of them. You know
I
what
feel
I'm
you.
saying?
You got
That
young
could be
kids.
one of them.
Young
Because
kids.
if me and your kids don't get along, I ain't fighting with you no more.
Or if you got about 7 of them things, I ain't trying to do nothing with that. Hey, I had a girl. She's like, I need a daddy for my kids. I said,
I need somebody to take
my
care of my
mama
kids.
paging me.
Paging
I'm gonna go.
you at that.
That was
Absolutely.
a page, right?
Friends with benefits.
94.
That's what she said for situationship is. Friends with benefits. It's a new word. That's it.
Yeah.
I agree.
But what else is your deal breaker?
But I think people need to stop overriding that with the communication part. That's where we go wrong.
I agree with her.
The situationship is about communication.
It's
I don't
about-
care if you're screwing. And let me put a disclosure: if your children are watching, we might get raw. 'Cause
Right.
it's-
Not
we
be on
grown.
if you a
We
This is,
adults.
this is an adult conversation, and we might get a little raw. So the disclosure: this is our
Don't
opinions.
question me.
And so
That what Meek just said. If you are in a
I agree
situationship,
with
don't
her.
question me if you don't want to be questioned.
That's a rule. That's a rule that y'all can have.
That's a rule.
So
It's a situationship.
let's not omit the communication. That's
That's
what
the
makes
most
this
important part.
thing a
Right.
benefit.
She
Is
right.
that two people are constantly saying,
What
"Are
they
you
want,
catching
what they getting, yeah.
feelings? How you feel today?
When they get weird,
Are you?
let's conversate about it.
So
Before it get weird, let's conversate
But
about it.
But
But
you get to that point.
No,
of
it does-
situationship.
What'd you say?
Oh, okay.
What'd you say?
Okay.
What'd you say?
All right.
I didn't hear you.
I feel sex is probably is likely.
You're
has to be
probably right
involved
90% of the
making it
time.
to a
Right.
situationship.
You're probably
Yeah, but
right
what I
90%
feel,
of the
though,
time,
is that
but it
I've
doesn't
heard-
have to be the.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No,
You
go
go ahead.
ahead.
Because I like your points. Come on.
But what I keep hearing from you is sex.
Right.
So I need
Where the
that.
communication at?
But-
Ta-da.
Right.
A
So.
lot of people be down with that shit you
I'm not
talking.
saying that's not involved. In
But you're
it.
trying to
I'm
say
just
that there are,
saying that-
but so situationship is about situations. You ain't, if you fucking on the first night, you need to have a conversation after that. That's the situationship.
yeah.
Where are we now?
Where we
Do we
going?
want to
What
go
we do?
further? Was this
Right.
good? If it was good for you, is it good for me?
Right.
Yes. But if you don't, it's customized. I don't want to sleep with you. Now I just want to talk to you a couple hours on the phone. Or I want to FaceTime. I want to go on a date. I want to meet. And he's with it, then you're with it. So I hear you when you say it's sexual. What I feel like though is you're taking the sex out of the context of the situationship, as though we're gonna
There's
date
more,
first and
yeah.
then sex. Like there's there's no in
No,
situationship,
I'm
in
not
my
saying
opinion. Okay, so it doesn't matter if there's sex or no sex. It's about an agreement. So I keep
Right.
feeling like I'm not necessarily getting
No,
that
I
out.
get what you're
Because if I'm
saying.
not
It
to
is an
you,
agreement.
so when I say agreement, it's a period on that. Not in terms of how you feel. It's a
Okay.
period on it in terms of what makes it a situationship. It's two people agreeing. It doesn't matter if they're sexing
Or
or
not.
talking or walking or working out. They have agreed that they want to see each other. And now what's next? So they constantly talk about it as the situations occur. That's different than most relationships I've been in.
Okay.
So take the floor. Anybody else want to add to that? Because I
agree with her.
Disrespect.
don't want to get lost in the sex, is
Right.
what I'm saying.
I agree with her. You lost in the sex.
No, I'm not.
You are.
You keep
still
saying sex
talking
is
about
involved.
No,
sex.
I'm
Well,
not. Because I'm not.
I wanna
taking
move-
it
Ain't
away
nobody
from
even
the
brought up
point.
sex yet, but here you
Because
go.
I want to move past that. I want to get to the intellect and the conversation. Because if sex isn't good, deal breaker for me.
All day.
Right, then that's you no
So-
longer in a situationship.
That's right. Because I've
But
ended
you talk.
it.
But you got to talk about it because if
But
you don't
I've
tell them,
ended it.
they might still want.
I'm not gonna ghost them. I'm
Why
not
would you
gonna
wanna
ghost
ghost
them.
them?
I
See,
want
you wildin'.
I want everybody that I deal with to know why I'm not dealing with them no more.
I agree. Communication. That's what she said.
Communication, right?
Ain't
That's what the
Ghosting.
situation
It's ghosting
is for.
communication.
Like people keep getting mixed up. You keep getting mixed up. You can put your own rules onto what. You can put your own rules onto it with the person.
Right. Y'all got
As you move
agreements.
in within the situationship, you can change as it go. As people start catching feeling, hey, when it get weird, let's have a conversation. Don't wait till it get too crazy. Don't wait till it get too crazy.
I mean, I agree.
Let's
Should be
talk.
talking. Conversations.
If we decide not to move forward, let's not, or take a break, or back up, however, whatever you discuss. Both of y'all should agree to that shit.
So basically, it's just communication, like we should do with every single body
Yes.
we have
We
a relationship
should.
with.
We
It should be
should.
communication along the way throughout our lifetimes of relationships.
That part.
So a situationship is just the same thing. It's just like you said, but mainly you might be having sex or maybe not. In her case, she having sex. But you maybe or you maybe not. But it's just communicating throughout the process. Saying what you want, what you like, what you don't like, what you could deal with, what deal breakers you have. My deal breakers is like if she smokes cigarettes, tie-dye, she out of
you
here.
are gone.
7 kids, you out of here. You don't shave, you out of here.
Oh wow.
Are you
Disrespect.
controlling? Are you controlling? Because I need freedom. My parents gave me freedom. That's one thing. Shout out to my parents. I need the freedom to be me.
Yeah.
So I can show you who the real Quinn is.
That part.
I didn't have that a long time in my life, all the way probably 10 years, up to 2 years ago. So I need freedom. You can't smoke. Can't have 7 kids unless they all grown.
Okay.
Disrespect.
Shave. I like a woman.
He reiterated.
He said disrespect. Yes, because it's important. But
Let's talk about this disrespect real quick.
Yes.
So disrespect in a way because
'Cause that's a
we
weird
have a
word.
reputation. We're
Yeah.
talking about black people now, and I'm not gonna hold back. Women have a reputation for being loud and that we don't mind embarrassing you no matter where we are.
Yeah, no,
You
we
know
don't-
what I'm
we
saying?
don't do
I
that.
don't know what's up with this thing.
we don't like that. We don't have to get loud with each other in public. We could talk. or we can hold it until if we're in public until we get in the car, we get home or somewhere, and then talk. Because you're right, I don't really like loud and boisterous, a lot of attention. I'm a low key dude. I like to be low over here. I'm in the corner, but you can get the attention because get the attention. Look at her. Don't look at me. But don't be disrespectful when you feel a certain way, because we know feelings are overwhelming. They overpower. So disrespect to me would be like talking to me crazy in front of people. Me talking to you crazy in front of people.
Yeah.
Or even in private. I mean, I think that's
even in private. You're right. That's a fact.
Yeah, I don't want that bitch word in my house.
Right. I understand that.
From a man or I don't want to call you one.
Right.
That word needs to really be omitted from the household.
I agree with that.
Don't do that.
And the when you do it the first time, because this is off experience, it's easier to do it all the other times afterward. So I try not to do that. Right. I learned the lesson from that. So that's facts. But we gotta do that with each other. I think we gotta be more understanding with each other and realize that we gotta help heal one another.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. I agree. Because ain't nobody else gonna help us heal. Like,
and they're not. That's why we're
the white man, the Asian man, ain't nobody else gonna help us heal. It gotta be us.
That's why.
Even on healing.
Yep. That's right. So I need to move into what's your no-goes?
What's your deal breakers?
Disrespect, abuse.
Okay, exactly. What about drug
abuse?
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's one of mine
physical abuse.
What about money?
Ooh, that's a good one.
No, it's not a deal breaker.
I'll high five to you.
No.
Now you get a high five.
The misuse.
You get a high five for saying it.
The misuse of money, like somebody overspending and not caring, like
or mismanaging money,
like,
or
lack of discipline, or
don't be stingy,
or super stingy,
discipline, all of that.
But it's not a deal breaker.
What is stingy?
We can talk about it.
We can talk about it.
Okay. Talk to me about what stingy means. Give me an example of one of y'all.
We already paying all the bills.
Well, if you're paying all the bills, I wouldn't necessarily call you stingy.
That's right.
That's a fact.
Now, if you're not paying all the bills, or you like looking at me like you need to take care of this, and we going out, but you still want to be the man in the outfit.
So if you go out and buy you a pair of tennis shoes and come home and your check is short, or you went and handled all of your business first and went to all y'all stuff, and then you didn't consider anything that I might need. It's selfish.
Okay, so
I would say
consideration.
More of a selfish
okay, exactly.
thing. Yeah, be considerate.
I get that. I agree with that 100%.
Right.
Consideration is important in a relationship.
It is very important.
Or if you have. This is one thing. If you talk to guys or of a certain prestige, and then they call you bragging about all the stuff that they doing, and then they know you struggling. Mm-hmm. But they want to be in a situationship with you.
Mm-hmm.
Red flag.
And that's a red flag to me if they are not saying, well, baby, instead of
what you doing.
Wait, hold up. Wait. I want to answer that one.
Go ahead.
Because you might be in a situation with that person, right? Mm-hmm. There can be different situationships that one person have with different other people.
Trust me, I have them.
That's a fact.
Okay.
I have situationships with various people.
Right. Most women do. And that's why when they single, they date. I mean, I ain't saying like that, but they date. I'm saying I'm single and dating. Right?
Okay.
So you got situationships with those men that you're going out with. And whoever else you ain't going out with that you're talking to. So if I got 25 situationships and all of them broke, I gotta help all of them. Just say I got 4, and 3 of them need some money.
That says a lot about the men that you're choosing, because a lot of times women, if they're gonna choose broke men, it's about control.
Yeah,
that's cool too.
There's got to be something else going on.
That might be a good point.
And I don't mean, I don't mean broken.
And you do.
Or
and some of y'all choose the lesser route and go for that dude.
Because broke men tend to put it down.
Ooh, speak on it.
They tend to want to put it down.
Back to the sex.
I mean, I
speak on it.
Grown folk
it is.
If anybody else single and real,
hey, look, and it's real. I would say
she wait for somebody.
No,
clearly hit her inbox. I appreciate it, because I need you to break that down, because I know we feel a certain kind of way about how they talk about it. The man on the couch, he on his mama couch, but he got a horse penis.
And those are the ones that can lay on the couch.
True.
And you know what?
That's why she called it dickmatized.
Well,
those are the ones that he could be on the couch when you get off work and be like, hey, baby, And he said,
He'd be like,
you'd be like, what you need, baby?
Yeah,
I
what
want
you
to cook.
cooking?
Can I get them keys? And I ain't got no license.
I take
Right.
you to work.
And don't want it. Let me drop you off in your
I'm gonna drop
Baltimore.
you off of work.
Okay,
I'll
baby
pick you up.
boy. Okay, baby boy. Okay. So, thank you for all of the
Fellas
watchers.
with no jobs, right? Stop playing.
Why y'all? I got a question about that. Why y'all keep running into them dudes that ain't got no job?
Wait, I haven't
And
gone.
live with they mom.
We're going to touch that. I haven't done my deal breakers.
Right.
Yeah.
But I want to say thank you, Meek, for watching. Kanoy said dynamic status check are important. Dynamic status, I get it. Willing to talk and the willingness to listen will open mind and hearts. And then E jumped in the conversation. She says, I would never have a public disagreement. We can do that at home. I'll smile and kiki until we leave. Also, I do not yell. I love it. I
That's what's
respect
up.
it.
Right.
I will pinch a nigga before I will.
Right.
I'll pinch him.
That's why we love you, E. You got a calm energy.
Exactly. And I brought this up because it's
I
it be
will.
situations.
Right.
man.
And you know, that
Situations
type
occur.
of attitude is inviting.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Right. It makes
is.
it easy for people to be around you because they know you're not going to act up.
Act up in public.
I can't make that same promise, but my daughter Lynn says felons and no jobs are a no-go, and I agree with the
Yeah.
felony part to an extent,
Well,
only
Yeah, it
because
depends.
I need you to get a passport, honey.
Ah, you need
And
these
I
niggas.
need you.
Felons
Anyway.
can't get a passport? All of them?
They can't.
Oh, none of them?
unless they traveling
Oh,
for.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Nah, he can't.
Yeah.
Damn, that's
I don't
fucked
even
up.
If you on
think
child
this-
support, you can't either. Some shit like that.
That's fucked up that felons can't travel.
Wow.
Yeah, they
Everybody
got to
need
get
to
it
see the
together.
world.
I don't know how long it takes for them to be able to do it, but I know some
Oh.
have recovered their passports after like 10 years, maybe
Oh.
get their record sealed and stuff like that. But
There's a process.
my
Yeah.
no-goes
No.
are alcoholism.
Makes
If
sense.
you abuse
Right.
alcohol and drugs, it's a no-go. If
That's
you
true.
smoke cigarettes, it's a no-go.
Yep.
I mean, we can work on it. We can have a conversation, but you will not ride in my car. You need to be fresh. I do not want to smell cigarette on your breath.
Facts.
And your clothes. It's a turnoff, people. Y'all need to.
It's
and ain't they
2023.
$18 a pack now?
It's 2023.
Yeah, ain't that
Sacramento,
ridiculous?
Sacramento can't even get them in some areas. They got to drive
wow.
to
Quit
Sacramento,
smoking.
California. They
Quit
can't even get
smoking.
them. They got to
People.
drive to Natomas or like 30 minutes away to
I
get a
did
pack
not
of
know
$20
that.
cigarettes. And they taking menthol out of them. So what y'all doing now?
And they
y'all
killing you
doing?
slowly.
How about that?
God damn it.
Some
They
of the
cost
other
a lot
deal
and they killing you
breakers.
slowly.
I'm not. I don't need abuse. I feel the same
Okay,
way.
of course.
We already talked about stingy. Stingy to me represents selfish, and I experienced that in a marriage.
Absolutely.
And it's
Yeah.
that selfishness.
Yeah, that shit is
Yeah.
eat at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and I see the red flags. You know,
Yeah,
I can
quick.
see it. I can see it in your attitude. And like you said, people that want to brag about money, but you're trying to holler at me and you have nothing to offer me.
Yes.
And and I'm not saying you need to pay me or nothing like
Right.
that, but you need to date me.
Right.
And dating me does, you know what I'm saying? It entails every
Situationship?
now and again.
Going out to eat. Going to a show. Buy you a
And
pair
it
of
don't
slippers.
even have to
Job
be
and
on
movie.
me.
Buy you
But if
something
you
to
don't
match that
offer,
sweater. Hey.
Yeah. If you're not
a hat to
offering,
match.
just
Yeah,
showing
so-
some level of concern.
And one of the most
care.
important things is that the narcissist mentality,
Yeah.
that there's no one bigger than you. I cannot have a non-spiritual man. He needs to be in touch with something bigger than him so that he can stay humble.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because I
I like
need him
that.
to lead. And if he is not leading by getting information from a higher power, some sort of spiritual, then there's usually no self-control.
Right.
You got to be able to have self-control. You got to be able to, check yourself. Check in
Self-awareness,
with
yep.
yourself.
I
That's
agree.
self-awareness. So those are my deal breakers. And so let's go back to this
Should question.
question.
Where are you meeting them? Where you ask them where they
he-
meeting
Why
these
you
dudes?
Here you
Ask them where they meeting these dudes.
Kelly is 16 dudes that have been keep meeting all these women.
Here you go.
The same 16 dudes. The broke dude, the dude on the couch, the dude don't want to do nothing. Clearly
That's-
got a big dick.
That's because they be talking to their friends about them, and then they pass them around.
They want it too. I'm gonna drop you off your Honda Accord.
I
I'ma
ain't
go pick her up for lunch.
we've never been pass around
No.
girls.
Oh well, good job.
And
High
quite
five to y'all.
frankly,
No, no.
even a friend of a
Might
friend
not
of a
know
friend,
it.
if I know he fool with you, that's not my deal. I can't.
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh, she said if she know it. So if
If
she
I-
don't know,
yeah.
then that makes sense. I
don't
understand
know.
that. That's a code. Everybody should have a code that they live by.
Yes.
You
Girl
need a code,
for
and,
real.
and this should
Everybody
be a girl
needs a
code.
code.
Ladies, listen. If the man wasn't good to your friend, and you think just because he's with you, he's gonna be good to you, good luck.
No, I'm gonna got pushback on that.
What?
Let me give you pushback.
Give me pushback.
Sometimes the friend and the guy wasn't meant to be, but he could be the one for you. He could be the one for you. So don't base it off how he was treating your friend. Base it off how he treats you. And if he the one for you, he the one for you. That's what I think.
I think there's more than ones for you, so don't get stuck on that.
Multiple
big
Right,
ones?
there's billions of people in the
Y'all think
world.
so?
Why you gotta pick a friend?
I would never, ever.
So y'all
even listen. I'm gonna give a scenario, and I know this is a little rough. Friends of friends are off limits for me.
Friends of friends?
That's how. That's to the degree. But
Okay.
if you are in my circle of friends that I call friends, and I have a lot of friends, no
Really?
lie, all my Oakland friends, I would never think that there was one man that she had that was for me, and now I got to ruin my friendship with them. That goes against the grain for me because there's too many people
not
in the
doing that.
world. There's too many people in the world. I'm
Yeah,
gonna go
too
out
many
and
people.
find somebody else.
Right.
But what
I'm not
if-
gonna reject this friendship just because you a local boy. Absolutely not.
Right.
What if
Absolutely
he's the
not.
one for you? The attraction is strong, like the
It's gotta-
force is strong, like
no.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
No, I'm
Is
not
that
gonna
how
risk
you
the friendship.
guys do?
No, I'm not saying that. But let me tell you what I'm saying. I'm more lenient. So I'm more like, if me and my baby mama didn't work out, and then one of my homeboys and her really fuck with each other, and he was like, "Bro, I know this your baby mama, but I think she the one." I'm gonna give him the go away to, hey, be happy. I ain't gonna impede on your happiness. That's me.
Absolutely. And no,
If it's really serious, now if it's just some bullshit, if it's really serious and you come to me,
But you've been eyeballing my man the whole
this is
time.
the
for you to
thing.
know
think
that.
no,
She gonna do it
listen,
anyway.
What if it's a homeboy?
She
that
confident
never
in
knew
my
it?
gonna do it
man.
anyway.
One or two is going on. If
Y'all-
that's her
y'all
loyalty to
saying-
her friend, listen. Kanoi know what I'm talking about. Is that her name? She from Oakland. She know we don't work
We don't
that
do
way.
that.
Not Oakland girls. I can
Y'all from
promise you.
Oakland?
Oakland,
No,
call
yes.
in 702-555.
Nah, because Keisha Jones like call in.
Oh,
and
they're
run.
calling
Yeah,
in.
we don't
miss
talk
me,
like that.
miss me with that Oakland shit.
Miss me with that Oakland
I'm
shit.
Miss me
not
with
going
all
to.
that Oakland shit.
Hold
People
on.
are people, no matter where. Hey,
702-551-5261. We come from a generation of women, and I promise you, I ain't talking about Oakland as a whole. I'm talking about the 70 girl. We don't operate like that.
Right.
We're not. It's too many men in the world for me to be eyeballing your man when y'all done.
Exactly.
I don't care if my loins hurt behind looking at your ass. I got to move on and look at my girl.
said
We gonna
be
heal.
eerie.
It's
Right.
over.
Right.
I would
I
never.
think it's generations that do that. The people that do that. I think
I'ma
it's
say people.
what's going on in society right now, or at the time, is what's going on then.
I agree with him.
That's
I think it's a
sad.
people thing.
Because right
Yeah,
now,
because he
hoes
would
is
do
winning.
it.
That's what they say, right?
Clearly.
Well, hoes is good people, so I don't know.
Said what?
But they winning.
I don't speak derogatory. When I
I
say hoe,
ain't
I mean
speaking
it derogatory.
derogatory.
I mean that y'all make the world better, and we need more of y'all.
The hoes do.
If we had more, yeah.
Why
Okay.
would you need more
Hoes,
hoes when you
we
have
don't-
opinions like Jezza Ray's that are like, we are sexing right up front?
This is
Why would
why-
you need-
this what
why
make it
would you
so
need more
gangster.
hoes? No, I'm not saying
Let me tell
it
you
like
why.
that. I'm
Because
just
hoes
saying.
know what men like. They know what they don't like about their girl or their wife. They know all the things that the wife be hating on the hoes because the hoes be telling, because the hoes know what her husband like and what she do that he don't like.
Well, I
and
hope
she
you-
do all that.
I hope you be Harry.
So shout out to the hoes. Hey, we need more
love
of
y'all too.
Y'all hoes need to teach the non-hoes
Calm down.
what men
You
like.
need to calm down.
Anyway,
Calm down.
That's what needs to happen.
so let me go real quick.
That's
So Tay Simone says it's a no-go for me. It's being controlling toxic behaviors and, of course, liars. Liars are hard.
Don't get on here
yeah.
with that shit.
So she says, yes, dating. These men just want to sit around, invite you over and to smoke. Nah,
Right.
that's a turn
I
off.
don't smoke.
Wait,
I
who
don't
said
smoke.
that? Wait.
Wait, let me get through the comments because I want to acknowledge everybody because this is a great conversation and I really appreciate it. So Meek says she agrees. A man with no spiritual accountability is dangerous. And
Why y'all keep
Nicole,
these
Michelle
niggas
said, I
mad?
keep finding a lot of weed smokers, so less income coming in due to the habit.
She think about money. Nicole, where the hell you at? Nicole Mitchell. Michelle, I'm sorry. Don't date my friend's ex. Number one rule. Don't date my friend's ex. I like that.
I think it's a women code
Yeah, that's a
overall.
code.
But
I
let me
don't
tell you
agree
something.
with doing it.
When you have friends that were willing to do that, they were never your friends. We're talking about
Right.
friends, guys. We're not
Right.
talking about associates. Or,
or
you know,
coworkers
yeah,
or
we're not
that
talking about
you-
that.
I
Or
think y'all
somebody you
try
went
to
out to lunch with,
impede
hung
love.
out with.
Y'all impeding.
Y'all from
Hey,
Oakland.
listen,
y'all being greedy.
if you find love where you find love,
Y'all
that's
sound
it.
like Joe. Joe's like, they all mine all the time, even when they ain't together no more. I was like, damn,
You
Joe.
forever mine. I don't care who
You
you
like,
deal
no,
with.
That's how y'all feel.
Well,
It's
anyway,
okay.
I want to get to this real quick. I want to talk about females doing the wifey duties and what that looks like. And she's just your friend. Maybe you've even made it clear that she's not your woman, but she cooks for you, she cleans for you, she comes to your house, she does everything that a wifey does. And oftentimes at the very end of that, she feels spent because she does not get what she wants from you in terms of a relationship. How do you feel about that?
I feel like she was fronting. Let me tell you what I think. This is my opinion. I've been through this before. You have to be true to who you are, yourself. If you're a catering woman, because I got homeboys that's married, their wives don't cook, don't clean, they work, they nurses, they make $100,000 a year. They cool with that. So wifey material is subjective, first of all. So if a woman is naturally catering, so she likes to cook, she likes to take care of a man, do all that things. If that's who you are, that's who you're gonna be.
As a
You can't
person.
hold that back out of you.
As a
That's
person.
not being your true self. That's
Yes.
not being who you are. But if you feel like you did it for a reason and not because it was who you are, then you feel spent.
And then
'Cause
you
didn't
want
get what
accolades because you want accolades
That's
for it.
not being real. Being real means this is who I am, so I'm gonna do this for you because this is who I am. If this makes you want, this should be the precursor to you wanting to marry a woman. What kind of woman you looking for? You looking for a catering woman? You looking for a woman that work a lot of hours and don't have time and travel a lot because she got a lot of money or whatever the case. It depends on what you're looking for. So I don't really agree with that. I think you should be true to who you are.
Yeah.
If you're a catering woman, be that. If you're not, don't front because you're trying to get him to marry you. And then when he marry you, you switch up, or you do it because you trying to get him to marry you. And then once you know he don't marry you, you mad and you feel like you wasted your time.
Or when
That's
you
on
do
you.
marry him, she stops.
Or you stop.
'Cause you
So
just
my
been on the
thing is,
front.
be you. True to thy own self.
True to
thy
thine
own
self.
self. That's what you got to be. And if you do that,
I
you good.
agree.
Even if, no matter what the outcome is, you good because you was
Okay,
true to
finally
yourself.
agree.
And guess what? You can find
I
all
agree
that
with
shit
you
out
too.
doing a situationship.
Exactly. Because if you're being true, if you ain't showing your representative,
that-
But
being
I
true,
agree.
But that's true.
That I agree with you. You do find all that out. In the
you will find out
situationship.
if you pay attention and observe and wait. Don't rush.
Business
Rush.
versus kindness. Exactly. Business versus kindness. I'm doing this because I want him to do this.
Exactly.
Instead of just
Okay.
doing it because you want to.
Yeah.
Because you do it anyway. The
That's
girlfriend,
always gonna have your feelings.
The girlfriend doing wifey shit. Like, well, I'm not doing wifey shit in a
until I'm
girlfriend
away.
situation. Well,
Well,
you
you
might
never
not,
gonna come.
well, you might not get
You
wife
won't
then.
become to the wife, right? What
You're
makes you
not
think
ever
you're gonna
getting
become
wife.
to the wife if you ain't
If you
doing
ain't
what I
doing
like
wifey shit,
my
because
wife
what
to
you do consistently
Well,
every day, what you gonna do for the rest of your life?
Well, not true.
I
So
agree.
you're going to have to let me explain
Go
that
ahead.
before
I
you
want
attack.
I want you to go.
Shit, experience.
I want
Well,
you.
go
I want-
ahead.
I want her to explain. This is a good talk.
This is for me specifically, and I think women out there might agree. It's not that you're holding back from your true self or that you're not being real. It's like anything else. I think things are done in increments, which allows for the situationship. So, if I'm your friend and we are dating and I choose to cook for you, that is me being me because I'm a chef. If I'm dating you and we decide that we're going to be intimate or we're going to be together, then I think the things we do for each other is in increments. I am not going head over heels for this man. Because
I'm not liking that.
Because the situationship allows for that. It allows me to back up from the situation and make sure I'm not giving too much of myself. Let me measure how much I want to give him so that there is something left in case we don't make it. But I will.
What are you
I will
saving?
be me.
Why are you saving?
What are you saving?
Well, part of it is my energy, my
Right.
time.
But hold on.
Time, energy,
but what's the
effort.
if you don't want to put energy into the person, why even
Why the
start?
fuck are you with him?
Because because I'm gonna give it as I get it. And
So
it's not
that's-
matching energy. So
that
don't
sounds like what it
misunderstand
is.
it. No, listen. I am what they call the abuse.
This is where the divide is.
It is not. Listen,
Okay.
you will not get an understanding because part of the show is let's get it together.
Oh, man, telling you.
You have to listen. No, well, and I hear you, and that's why we have the male-female perspective because females have been doing a lot wrong. Obviously,
Beverly,
two
well,
single
be
men
quiet.
are sitting here.
Ain't nobody
All
talking
right. So, if a woman is led by the man, I'm what they call a submissive woman. The word has been abused, so I'm going to give my definition of a submissive woman. I let the man take the lead in a relationship, and don't get it twisted because you over here controlling the mic either, because you ruined 10 minutes of the show.
Why you snitch on them real fast?
So I believe that if the man isn't showing me enough of that affection or attention, I'm not going to overwhelm him with all of my gifts. He gets them according to how he treats me because I am a submissive woman. I am a woman that likes to be led. I'm strong. Don't get it wrong. I don't like to abuse that word. I like him to take the lead. So if his examples and his behavior is not showing me that he is worthy or deserving of my time and my talents, then he's probably not the one. So I'm not going to just keep trying to cook and cater and do all this stuff for him to show him I'm wifey, because he's probably not the one. Right. It allows you to pick and choose if this guy is the one or not. Right. I'm not finna give you all my jewels. It's bad. It's enough that you getting.
So does he have to give you all of his? He has to.
No, he does not have to.
You're not taking no man that's not showing you exactly what you want. Are you?
I agree with this is what I think. If you hold it back.
You can hold back yours, but I can't hold back mine.
If you hold it back, you're never going to get 100% back from another person.
I'm giving what you're giving in terms of your interest in me.
I'm telling you, that's one of the divides right there.
Well, it can be. I was married for 16 years, so I don't think it's the divide.
That's matching energy. I think that you should give your all, and if it don't work out, then it wasn't meant to be. And he should give his all, and y'all should give y'all. But if y'all both saying, "Oh, I'm not going to do this because I don't want you to think," or "I'm not going to do this," or "I'm not," so if you say, "I'm not going to cook," he might be like,
we have a caller.
He might be like, "I'm not going to pay."
Hold on, we have a caller.
Hello.
702.5 FM. It's Let's Get It Together.
Hello.
Hello, caller. Can you hear us? Hello.
Can you hear us? I hear this is
okay, yeah. If you can, you might need to call back.
Hello.
Because I hear an
echo.
Hello,
yeah, I hear hello.
Can you hear us?
My mic is.
Yes.
Okay, yes.
Who is this?
Okay, so 702-551-5261. Call us back.
Call us back. We're having technical difficulties. But,
so Meek says preach. So my sister says you have to first know yourself to be true to yourself and authentic in your relationships. Facts. Sometimes women grow up catering and conclude late in life who they really are and want to be. I think I kind of agree with that too. I
agree with that.
She's saying,
know yourself.
Once we start catering and doing all that stuff to men, we figure out, or to our kids or family, then we're like, oh my God, who am I? Women do tend to do that based on family, based on us putting them first, because that's pretty much our nurturing nature.
Right.
But I do have to read this. My mama's joined us.
Right.
Hey, Mama.
I gave a disclosure.
Who is Mama? Which one is her?
This is Dr. Beverly.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Dr. Beverly, I just said something. I'm sorry.
Hey, we put a disclosure, Mom. This is a very adult conversation, and we get a little raunchy. Anyway, Ikari says that I'm not saying don't give energy or kindness. I'm naturally nurturing, but you're not living with me or being on my credit until we're preparing to be married and after engagement. And so I think that's what I mean by holding back. That's exactly what I mean.
I think most people agree with that.
It's not just what I'm doing for you. It's that wifey thing, right? You're not getting on my credit. You're not moving in with me. There's certain things that's not going to happen. Right. It doesn't mean I'm not going to cook for you or show you my character and show you my soul and who I am. You're going to know that. If you're that man, you're going to know this woman has all those skills and capabilities and things that I want in her. And so now I'm going to pour into her, and guess what? She's going to pour back into you. That's how black women work. Y'all don't understand that. Right. So, talk on it.
I agree with that. I don't have no quarrels with that. I think that's real. I wouldn't put you on my credit either, or any of that.
Even when we married.
We might have separate credit when we married. You got yours, I got mine over here. Nah, I'm just joking, but I agree with that. I agree that.
Ladies, are you listening?
We filing separate. I still love you though.
But I knew a married couple that used to borrow money from each other. You owe me my money. I was like, damn, ain't y'all married? They like, yeah, that's how we do.
Money, but we don't talk about money.
Hey, we said that you could. I think every relationship should be custom. I don't think you should look at your grandma because grandpa was cheating.
Oh, your
he was doing a lot. So I think you should look based it on you, the individual you are, and the person that you're relating to, and make it custom. I don't believe in so strong society's structure standards, or
I don't
you got to
either.
do this because
Yeah,
he do that, or
that's
my
right.
granddaddy did this,
That's
or my
right.
grandmama, all that. I don't believe none of that. You got to make it what's best for y'all.
And I feel like that's what makes situationships such a great thing, because it allows for people to do everything that we've talked about at this table right now.
Right.
So I feel like that's kind of the solution, is that
Yeah.
people enter into these friendships or I like you ships
Side
and take
dude
it,
and
you know,
chicks.
and be able to really talk about it. So Lynn says, men that lead allows a woman to flourish in her femininity, and in turn, she'll want to submit.
I agree to that.
Go
I
on,
agree with
girl.
that, too.
How long? I got a
I
question
agree
for
with
you,
that
and
too,
please,
man.
and please comment on here. I got a question for you with that. How long does it take? How long does it take for that to come to fruition, for you to decide to do that after you meet somebody or in a relationship? How long does that take? Please comment.
Call in.
Or
702.
call
I
in.
say just call in.
702.
So we can hear
Just
this
call
shit.
in so we can hear.
702-551.
'Cause I might agree. I think that do sound good in theory,
5261.
but
Who is-
some women might think he ain't leading right, or he ain't. I don't know. It's subjective.
Right.
702-551-5261. Give us a call. We have a few more minutes that we can engage a conversation. How do you
Not
feel?
long at all. Okay.
How do you feel about the man taking the lead and women feeling like they flourish afterwards? Because I'm telling you, it's like
Yeah.
water in a
Stay out
garden.
this shit.
I think that's a good thing. It just got to be open to
Communication.
it. 'Cause
Ikari
I
says
think
you can't give it a time. It depends on the person. Because, I do believe
all
in
got
love
baggage.
at first
That's the
sight.
answer I was looking for.
I believe in
Right.
love at first sight. I believe
I
that
do too.
that
Y'all do? I
and-
don't.
And I do.
I believe in lust at first sight.
You can call it what you want.
Definitely.
It
Love,
might
nah.
start with your heart. It might
First
start with
date,
your coochie. It
lust.
might start with
Right.
how it. There's a feeling that you get when you're around somebody that you feel like you are attracted to, and that So I've had it happen where I just look and I'm like, oh yeah, you can get it.
That's lust.
Yes, I have.
That's lust. Y'all
That's
lusty.
lust.
That's all
They
right.
lusty in
Be a
here,
little
Shook.
That's
They
all
lusty?
right.
I apologize
It might.
for the
It
way
might
I
be.
look.
It might be.
Hey, in the words of a great rapper, lust sometimes can override trust. That's why she said she gave it up.
Absolutely.
That's a fact. That was Lupe. For y'all
You
who
know if you
Lupe
gonna
Fiasco.
marry
Shout out to
in
you,
the
Lupe.
first few
You
days.
dope.
That's what she said.
You know if you're gonna marry in the first few dates?
And
Women
we
know
have a
that.
caller.
Men don't know that.
Yeah, you guys don't know that. How long
Hello.
does it take you?
What they do with this?
Hot 702.5 FM. Caller. You turn your TV down, caller.
Turn your radio down. Turn your TV down. Turn what you own down.
Hello.
Hot 702.5 FM.
It's a delay.
It's a delay.
Yes, I think I can hear you on the screen.
And I hear you now.
We hear you.
State your case.
Just talk. It's a delay.
Hello.
Is this Meek Meek?
Yes, I think I can hear you on the screen.
And I hear you now.
But it's super duper delayed.
It's super delayed. Okay. Well, we want to hear from you.
Say what you gotta say.
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead and speak.
But it's super duper delayed.
It's super delayed. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not so sure that the call is coming through.
Okay, as far as when it comes to a man leading, I'm totally on board as long as he knows how to lead, but it definitely depends upon the character of the man.
I'm in full agreement.
What about you?
I can't hear anything. I don't know what's
Oh.
being
Oh,
said.
she
Damn.
ain't got no earphones.
Yeah, so she's pretty much saying that she believes that a man should lead, but it just depends on the character of the man.
True, and I agree
It's
to that
so
too. 'Cause-
delayed, like I think it's like
Go ahead.
50 seconds in between.
Yeah, that's a lot of time. But we did hear you, and I'm not sure. Yeah, we did hear you though, and I appreciate it. I think we're still trying to get the phone call together with the delay.
That's a lot of time.
Was there anything else you wanted to say?
Out of feedback.
I'm not sure.
I got feedback.
Yeah. We
Caller?
hear you though, and I appreciate it. I think we're still trying to get the phone call together with the
Okay, so we're gonna disconnect the call, Meek. I
Thank you for
appreciate
calling
you
in.
calling.
Sorry about the inconvenience.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Sorry about that. So we've got a little static in between the calls. No problem. So Miss McMillan says that's chemistry. I'm in love is knowledge. I think it's what
I
you're
agree.
trying to say.
I agree with her.
In
Love,
my-
you can't
in
love
my
somebody you don't
opinion,
have
love is
any
knowledge.
knowledge of. You could like the way they look. You could feel the energy. It's a chemistry. That's what she's saying, chemistry. But love, nah. Love got to be shown over a course of time.
A course of time.
Yeah,
a course of
yeah.
consistent time.
Like, you won't love your
Consistent
daddy
time.
if you never met him. Like, I don't know that nigga. He ain't never
Bought
bring me
me no
soup.
J's.
He ain't never bring me no soup when I was sick. My mama did all that. My grandmama did that. Like, I don't know. So I don't believe in love at first sight. I believe in lust at first sight. Love is to be showed and growed through time. Ta-da.
Over trust. I gotta trust you first.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to trust you until you give me a reason not to. I start with trust because I believe that's the only way we're going to build. If you start with distrust, how you build from without the foundation? As distrust the foundation, how you build? Tell me, what you building?
That's not solid. Distrust.
So I'm gonna give you
is
trust.
Not solid. Yeah.
And then I think a lot of us have trust issues because of what we've been through.
Right.
But we got to work through that. We got to heal each
For
other.
sure.
We can't do that.
We do have to
Because we ain't going to build nothing solid.
I agree.
right.
We ain't going to build nothing solid with
And
that.
one of the things that I would like to see, I mean, I know this is a fantasy, but I have to say it anyway, is to avoid as many pitfalls in that area of your heart as possible. So you guard your heart by situationships.
Situationships.
Which means you are constantly conversating, or that ain't a word, but you're constantly in conversation with the person you think you might like. That way you can jump off and get out. Get out when you don't see the things, or they're not willing to meet or match the
Compromise, right.
things that you feel you need as an individual and in a relationship. So
And I think they
that's
make
how I
conversate
feel.
a word in the dictionary, actually.
So
I think
Ikari says, don't get in a situationship, period, just date.
Man, no,
And
you
just
don't.
date.
Don't just date. No, the hell you don't. Don't do that.
Uh,
Cause we sick of y'all going out. We be sick of y'all feeding y'all. Not getting shit out of it. We sick of that shit.
he said if you eat, he want to put the meat inside of
They
you.
want to go on another date. No,
Like-
no. They don't like your ass. They want to go on another date though.
Yeah, I got a homeboy who just said
So-
he's
But
been
that's
called
Conversion
food guy
is the word.
in the woman's
Okay.
phone. So that means she only call him when she hungry. He said that. Shout out to my boy Triple.
Thank you.
I got a friend that'll feed me, so I'm not mad at that. I can call
Yeah,
and
but
is game
but y'all
for whatever
friends.
I want to eat. Whatever.
Is you using him or is you misleading
No,
him?
it's a situationship. You got me messed up.
I'm just
I
asking a
don't
question.
use nobody.
It was just a question.
I'm saying it's a situationship. He enjoys feeding me because I'm a foodie. It's just, feeding me is like a turn on. You know what I'm saying? Watching me eat and enjoy food is
What?
like a turn
Now, see,
on.
now you going
You better
far.
understand. I'm not going far.
See?
Now you going far.
I ain't going far at all. But anyway, let me get back to Meek because we did have to disconnect. She said it disconnected me. Super hard to make her point, but he has to be worthy, has to display qualities such as patience, trust, and responsible with my heart. So when I say guard your heart, that's what I mean in terms of increments. So a situationship works for me because I feel that from the moment we meet or the moment we're interested, game on. Let's talk about it all the way through, and then I want to jump off when it don't work.
Game on.
So-
Why are you pointing me?
So let's take a minute to
You be
wind
trying to
down
flag.
and wrap this up. What is the solution? We may have to continue this
solution.
conversation. We only have a few more minutes.
Ooh-wee.
Let's go, Q.
Know yourself, love one another, be more understanding with each other. Those are the things that I think we got to do. Those are the foundational things. If we don't do none of that, everything gonna fall apart. Like
They just give them to me. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
until you do right by yourself and your trust issues, everything you touch gonna fall apart.
That part.
Right?
You heard
I
what
got
he said?
That's all
trust
you.
issues, and I got trust issues. So I.
But you
would
want to have
say-
sex. It's a trust issue. You just
Come
look
on.
right to the
Well,
sex.
I'm gonna tune it up,
Getting into
yo.
a
Look at you.
situationship,
Nah, I'm just joking.
Until-
I'm just joking.
Right.
Go ahead.
You
like
know,
the
there's a
situation.
level of
You
trust.
like that shit.
Okay, we winding down.
But,
Let's get a solution or at least
Yeah,
an
I mean,
overall
you know,
feedback.
of course,
to your
healing.
listeners.
Healing yourself, knowing yourself, and like you said, love and trust. I agree with everything you said, Q.
Thank you.
As
I
far
agree,
as
too.
healing.
Okay.
I agree
Let's
with
have it,
everything Q
Shug.
said. I agree with everything Q said. But
It starts with self, y'all.
yeah, going
If-
back to like some what you said, and like no, it shouldn't be like that. I think that's what the divide is. That's right there. Is one
think
of the
he's
places
right.
that the divide is.
Where?
And it starts with self.
What
Which
do you
part?
mean?
Which part?
The part you was talking about when you brought up you're not gonna give out my all.
Oh,
That
part-
part.
We got
part-
to.
Oh, we gotta
part
go
three.
back
Once
there.
We got to
Part
part
three.
three. We got to part
gotta
three.
go
that.
back
Okay.
there.
That's one of the vibes.
Okay, well, listen, we got to wrap it up, but
I
I have to say this because this is my sister. She says, my husband and I have been married. We have been friends for after 23 years, saw each other again and fell in love instantly. We've been together ever since as best friends and lovers.
Shout out to you.
Congratulations,
23
Willette
years
Jordan.
later,
Congratulations.
That
we
is
found
one
her
couple
soulmate.
out of 3 trillion.
Congratulations.
So that attributes to the Wait for Love. That's that Luther
Wait for
Vandross,
love.
Wait for
I
Love.
was going to play Luther.
Okay.
They want to play Luther, y'all.
I appreciate the guest tonight. Thank you to
Yes.
my co-host Jesse,
Yes,
J9. You can find
yes,
us on Let's Get It Together. You can find us at 6 p.m., same time, same place,
Same
every
channel.
Thursday, same channel on the hottest station in the nation, Hot 702.5 FM. Thank you
Thank
to my
you,
guys.
guys.
This has
Thank
been
you.
great.
Peace out, y'all.
Thank you. Thank
Hey,
you.
remember, only thing we need more of is more love. And it starts with
love.
yourself.
More
It starts with
love.
yourself. Love
Amen.
yourself first, and you're going to spread love.
That's right. And good night.
Thank
Good night.
everybody for tuning in. IG Live. Thank you for keeping it lit.
Peace out, y'all.
Peace, love, and light.